Okay, here you can see the common ion effect. Basically, in a common ion effect, one electrolyte is dissociated, its degree of dissociation is having some value. We want to suppress that dissociation. For example, there is an electrolyte, any kind of weak electrolyte that is dissociated in a solution in a medium, and we don't want to dissociate that electrolyte. So for the suppression of the dissociation of that electrolyte, we add another electrolyte in the solution. This is basically called as common ion effect, because dissociation means the compound dissociate into its ions. So when it dissociate into its ions are now present in a medium. Here you can see the sodium chloride is in a solid form. When it dissociate in a solution, it will convert into its ion, Na positive and Cl negative. But we don't want to ionize this. So to suppress the ionization of sodium chloride, we have to add some electrolyte that will suppress the ionization. This is only for reversible reaction. If the reaction is irreversible, then we cannot do this. We do this for reversible reactions. So chemical equilibrium, chemical reactions is focused here. So we are going to add HCl. In this example, we are basically purifying the sodium chloride solution. Sodium chloride having some impurities. If we want to purify that, then we have to add dissociate it and add HCl gas in it. HCl gas having a same common ion. Look at here, chlorine, chloride ion. Here you can see also chloride ion. As I taught you that if the equilibrium is disturbed by the addition of some reactants, by the addition of some products, then equilibrium shift towards the opposite side. So here you can see by the addition of the chlorine, by the addition of HCl, chlorine, chloride ions are increased. Chloride ions are now in axis in a medium. So due to that axis, equilibrium is disturbed and the equilibrium will move towards the reactants, and NaCl will be crystallized. Due to that crystallization of NaCl, we get the purified NaCl by common ion effect. So we are going to produce common ions. Due to that common ion, equilibrium will be disturbed, and due to the disturbance of the equilibrium will shift towards the opposite side. If the equilibrium is disturbed, you can see here the reaction is moving backward towards the reactant. Common ions are chlorine here. See this another example, you will better understand this. The solubility of KClO3 salt is very less. We want to suppress that solubility. We don't want that KClO3 solubilized or dissociate or ionized. We just want to keep it as a solid form. We don't want its solubilization. We don't want its dissociation. We don't want its ionization. So for this, we have to add salt like KCl, which is more soluble. More soluble salt KCl. Here you can see both having common ion K positive. KClO3 dissociate K positive, ClO3 negative, and KCl dissociate into K positive and ClO3 negative. So in both equations you can see here having a K positive ion. These are increased in a medium because both equations are producing same type of ions. So the increase in the ions, same type of ions, that is disturbing the equilibrium. Due to that disturbance, these two ions combine together and move towards the reactant. In this way, the solubility of the dissociation of KClO3 will be suppressed. Clear? सेम टाइप के आयंस जो हैं सप्रेस कर देंगे. इस इक्वेशन में भी K पॉजिटिव ClO3 प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है और सेकंड इक्वेशन में भी K पॉजिटिव डेसोसिएट हो रहा है, ये आयन प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है। सो सेम आयंस हैं बोथ इक्वेशंस में, ड्यू टू दैट इनकी कंसंट्रेशन ज़्यादा है और इक्विलिब्रियम कंप्लीटली डिस्टर्ब हो चुका है। तो ड्यू टू दैट डिस्टर्बेंस इक्विलिब्रियम विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द रिएक्टेंट। इन दिस वे वी कैन stop the, we can suppress the, we can minimize the dissociation of any kind of electrolyte. Here you can see another example, example number 3. This is basically from your practical. In your practical, when we are going to identify the basic radicals, these are the reagent H2S and Cl. We will do these practicals in second year, then we get the clear idea. In basic radicals, these two electrolytes are used. H2S is a weak acid, weak electrolyte, and HCl is a strong acid as a strong electrolyte. So we want to react our salt with H2S, but H2S itself dissociate into its ion, and we don't want its dissociation. So we have to suppress its dissociation. How we can suppress its dissociation? We can suppress its dissociation by adding HCl. HCl is used just to suppress the dissociation of H2S. हम प्रैक्टिकल्स में बेसिक रेडिकल्स की आइडेंटिफिकेशन करते हैं। सॉल्ट्स में एक एसिडिक रेडिकल होता है और एक बेसिक रेडिकल होता है। बेसिक रेडिकल को जब हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं तो हम कुछ रिएजेंट्स ऐड करते हैं, जैसे डिफरेंट कलर्स आते हैं और उससे हमें आइडेंटिफाई होता है कि कौन सा रेडिकल प्रेजेंट है। तो H2S से वो रेडिकल रिएक्ट करता है और स्पेसिफिसिटी शो करता है। HCl हम इसलिए ऐड कर रहे हैं ताकि सेम टाइप के आयंस प्रोड्यूस हो जाए। Here you can see HCl producing H positive ion and Cl negative. Now in a medium, H positive ions are increased. Due to that increase in H positive ion, equilibrium will move towards the reactant. In this way, the dissociation of H2S is suppressed. H2S फिर dissociate नहीं होता या बहुत minimize हो जाती है इसके dissociation. So in this way, we suppress the dissociation. The common ion effect is basically to suppress the dissociation of one electrolyte. Next example, example number 4, NH4Cl, NH4OH. These are the reagents that is used to identify the group 3 basic radicals. ये भी practicals में हम करते हैं, ये reagents add करते हैं। Basically हमने reaction NH4OH के साथ करवाना होता है, लेकिन NH4OH is a weak electrolyte और वो dissociate भी होता है। हम चाहते हैं ये dissociate ना हो. So to stop the dissociation of NH4OH, we add electrolyte, strong electrolyte, that is NH4Cl. This NH4Cl is producing same type of ions. What are the same type of ions? NH4 positive. So these NH4 positive ions are now in excess in a medium. Due to that increase in these ions, equilibrium will move towards the reactant. In this way, we are going to suppress the dissociation of the NH4 positive. This is all about the common ion effect. Next, we having a topic that is buffer solution. What is buffer solution? The solution which suppress the change in pH. How? As we know about the pH, pH is the negative log of the concentration of the H positive ion. Negative log of the concentration of H positive ion. This is the pH. We want to maintain the pH of the solution. Why we want to maintain the pH of the solution? We want to maintain pH because if there is a change in a pH, then there is a disturbance. For example, in a human blood having a pH 7.35. If this pH will be 7 or 8, human can die. So to maintain the pH 7.35, there are many protein buffers in human body. That protein buffers help out to maintain this pH. So buffer solutions are very important to resist the change in a pH, to maintain the pH of the solution. How pH of the solution could be maintained? By making different type of buffer solution. What does it means that change in a pH? pH will change by adding small amount of acid, by adding small amount of base, or by dilution. If the solution is diluted, then pH will be changed. Or be keeping the solution for a long time, then buffer solution are needed to keep that pH maintained by adding a small amount of acids, by adding bases, by diluting the solution, by keeping them for a long time, pH could be changed. So if we want to stop, we want to resist the change, we have to make a buffer solutions. Buffer solution help out to maintain the pH. अगर बफर सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर्ड है तो जो भी आपका सॉल्यूशन है उसकी पीएच मेंटेन रहेगी, उसमें बहुत ही माइनर चेंज आएगा एसिड बेस डालने पर या डाइल्यूट करने पर या लॉन्ग टाइम तक उसे प्रिजर्व करने पर। अगर आपने बफर सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर नहीं किया तो जो आपके सॉल्यूशंस होते हैं स्पेसिफिक पीएच के, उनकी पीएच डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है। सो ये कैसे होता है, लेट्स सी different types of buffer solution, how we can prepare the buffer solution. Now we are going to discuss about this. Okay, buffer solution are prepared by mixing two solutions. This topic is very interesting and very important, so concentrate it. First type of buffer solution that you can form is by mixing weak acid and its conjugate base. What is conjugate base? For example, acetic acid CH3 COOH is a weak acid. When it dissociates into its ion, it becomes CH3COON, acetate ion plus H positive. As we know, acids are proton donors. So acetic acid is a weak acid and it dissociate just 5%. Dissociation is very less. So it will produce H positive ion. This acetate ion is a conjugate base of this weak acid, and conjugate base is basically strong base. Because now this acetate ion behave as a strong base, it will quickly accept the proton when proton is present in a medium. So weak acid plus its conjugate base. Conjugate base means you can take its salt. CH3COO negative means acetate ion is a conjugate base. If I'm adding here sodium, CH3COONA. Now this is a salt of the acid, salt of the strong base. Clear? So you have to take the weak acid and the salt of it with strong base. This salt is the strong base. This acetate ion quickly accept the proton if the proton is present in a medium. So in this way you can form the buffer solution. Here you can see some example. Acetic acid plus sodium acetate, benzoic acid, sodium benzoate, phosphoric acid, sodium bihydrogen phosphate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, carbonic acid, sodium bicarbonate. So these are the some examples of weak acid and its conjugate base, the buffers of weak acid and its conjugate base. Next buffer solutions are weak bases and its conjugate acid. Weak bases having strong conjugate acids, because weak acid dissociate and form the conjugate acid. That conjugate acid is strong because that conjugate acid quickly accept the proton if the proton is present in a medium. Clear? For example, this is the weak acid. NH4OH is a weak base, sorry, not acid. NH4OH is a weak base. If this weak base dissociate into its ion, it will form NH4 positive plus OH negative ions. So this sodium hydroxide when dissociate, it have formed the strong acid. It has formed the conjugate acid. Which one is the conjugate acid? Conjugate acids are those which accepts the proton quickly, which donates the proton quickly. So here you can see this ammonium ion will quickly lose its proton and becomes ammonia. This is unstable. NH4 positive is an unstable ion. It will quickly release its proton and becomes ammonia. So weak base is having a strong conjugate acids. These are the two types of buffer solution. One with the weak acid and its strong conjugate base, and the second one is the weak base and with its strong conjugate acid. Why do we need a buffer solution? As I have given you the one example that the human blood having a pH 7.35. If this pH is disturbed, for example, if its pH becomes 7 or 8, then how human body can maintain the pH? Human body maintain the pH because there are some protein buffers in the human body. That's why pH of the human blood is maintained. If human body do not maintain the pH, then humans can die. So it's very important that buffer solution should be present to maintain the pH. In cell biology, in microbiology, in molecular biology, in clinical sciences, there are many applications of this buffer solution. Let's talk about how do the buffer solutions act. See here, you can okay, you can observe this by this equation: acetate ion plus hydrogen ion. When they react together, they are making acetic acid. Ac- in this equation, they are representing that if in a buffer solution, acid is added. Here you can see proton. Protons means we are adding the acid because acids are proton donors. So protons are added in a buffer solution. What will the buffer solution do? The buffer solution having acetate ion, the buffer solution are producing acetate ion because CH3 COO sodium acetate. When it dissociate, it is producing acetate ion and sodium ions. So this acetate ion of the medium will quickly react with the protons that are produced by adding the acid. So it will react with the proton and convert it into acetic acid, CH3 COOH. So in this way, buffer solution quickly maintain the pH by converting the protons into weak acetic acid. Second equation here you can see acetic acid. If in a buffer solution base is added, the acetic acid of the medium quickly react with OH negative ion because we know that bases release the hydroxyl ion in a medium. So acetic acid of the buffer solution quickly react with the hydroxyl ion that is produced when the base is added in a medium. So it will convert into water molecule and acetate ion. In this way, pH of the solution is maintained. अगर मीडियम में एसिड ऐड किया था तो दैट मीन्स उसकी एसिडिटी बढ़ गई, दैट मीन्स अब पीएच चेंज हो जाएगी, वो एसिडिक होने लग जाएगा. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता बफर सॉल्यूशन में. बफर सॉल्यूशन में प्रेजेंट एसिटेट आयंस क्विकली उस प्रोटॉन्स के साथ जो एसिड प्रोड्यूस करता है उनके साथ रिएक्ट करके फॉरन एसिडिक एसिड बना लेता है. और बेसिस में भी सेम यही होता है, अगर बेस ऐड किया तो हाइड्रोक्सिल आयन जो प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं, एसिटेट आयन एसिटिक एसिड उनके साथ रिएक्ट करके वाटर मॉलिक्यूल बना लेता है और एसिडेट. इस तरह पीएच मेंटेन रहती है सॉल्यूशंस के. Next, the most important thing is how we can calculate the pH of the buffer solution. So Henderson equation, this derivation is very important, mostly asked in exams by the examiner, that derive Henderson's equation. So let's derive this. Okay. We are going to talk about the Henderson's equation. This is very important. I'm saying it again. Practice this. By this equation, we can calculate the pH of the different buffer solution, or we can generate any kind of buffer solution according to our required pH. Consider here, okay. See here this equation. Ha, this is the acid. As we know, acids produce protons. The dissociation of an acid, it will produce H positive ion, and the negative ion of the acid will separate out. Okay, now write its equilibrium constant expression. For acid, it is Ka, the ionization constant of acid, products at the numerator, reactants at the denominator. We want to calculate the pH. So we know that the negative log of the concentration of H positive ion will give us the pH of the solution. So we are separating the H positive ion here. So K is in a multiplication on the other side of equation. Okay, good. Rearrange all the equation. Here you can see we have to separate this HA. So HA, acid, this is the acid. It is in a division. On the other side of equation, it will be in a multiplication. So acid is in a multiplication with Ka. This acid ions, that negative ion that is ionized, dissociated, is in a multiplication. On the other side of equation, here you can see it is in a division. So you have to just rearrange the equation. What to do next? Let's see. Okay. Apply log on both sides. Log on this side of equation, here. This side of equation apply log, and on this side of equation apply log. So here you can see log H positive ion concentration log Ka acid divided by negative ion of the acid. Log Ka plus log acid over negative ion. That negative ion is basically from the salt, because salt will also produce CH3COO negative. So we can consider it as a salt also. Okay, now apply negative on both sides. Negative log as positive ion concentration, negative log Ka, negative log acid over A negative, concentration of A negative. Minus log of H positive ion concentration is pH, as we have discussed this. Minus log of Ka is pKa. Minus log of acid in a numerator and A minus in a denominator. If we want to, okay, if we want to change this negative into a positive, so we know that we have to move the denominator and the numerator. So salt is in a denominator, it will move towards the numerator, and acid in a numerator, it will move towards the denominator on the lower side in a division. So this sign will be changed, it will becomes positive. One more important thing, if you have discussed the log question in mathematics, you will have the idea about this, that how this positive is written. When there is a multiplication, when we are applying the log, the sign will be positive. When there is a log with the division, the sign will be negative. Okay. So you can change here, you can change this by writing as a acid. Here you can see the acid is written minus log, at the numerator the acid is written, and in the denominator salt is written. This is basically considered as a ion of salt, CH3. For first example, CH3COO negative, clear? Or in the second example, it
Yes, ma'am.
L negative. This is all about the Henderson's equation. So you have to practice this. pH is equals to pKa plus log salt at the numerator and acid at the denominator. When there is a negative, then acid at the numerator and salt as in the denominator. If any confusion, you can ask about this Henderson's equation. Otherwise, we have to move towards the two factors that control the pH of the buffer solution. Any doubt, any confusion?
नो मिस। मिस लेकिन बायो की क्लास स्टार्ट हो गई है।
मिस
हो
ये
गया।
सॉल्ट और एसिड कहाँ से आया?
बेटा यही तो हमने डिसोसिएट किया सोल्यूशन में। हमने तो बफर सॉल्यूशन बनाया है अपनी चॉइस का, तो उस बफर सॉल्यूशन में एसिड भी है और सॉल्ट भी है। वो एसिड और जो सॉल्ट है वही तो डिसोसिएट हो रहे हैं। आमना क्या?
ठीक है मिस, पता चल गया। जी जी मिस, चल गया पता।
वही तो हम एसोसिएट कर रहे हैं, तो वहीं से ये सॉल्ट और एसिड आया ना। हमने उसी की तो इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट एक्सप्रेशन बनाई है। हियर यू कैन सी ये एसिड की डिसोसिएशन होने पर ही आयोनाइजेशन कांस्टेंट ऑफ एसिड, उसी की तो केमिकल एक्सप्रेशन है, उन्हीं की तो इक्विलिब्रियम एक्सप्रेशन है। ठीक है
जी मिस।
ओके, चलें फिर हम इसे कल कंटिन्यू करते हैं। कल हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि हम कैसे कंसंट्रेशन चेंज करके सॉल्ट या एसिड की पीएच चेंज कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, और पीके का पीएच पर क्या इफेक्ट होता है। सो कल बात करते हैं इस पर। आप लोग जाइए बायो की क्लास के लिए। अल्लाह हाफिज़।
ओके मिस, अल्लाह हाफिज।
अल्लाह हाफिज।